Hey guys, Bram ready, and I'm going to make another video regarding the Century 3 Mall. So, as you may know, that there have been a bunch of different events going on recently with the Century 3 Mall. The earliest of which was the big news that the mall had been condemned because of it being inhabitable, and I believe a second water main break is what really put the mall into that type of condition. But it's been a very, very confusing last couple weeks. If you're in the Pittsburgh area, you've probably heard of these different news stories being reported in the area, but elsewhere you probably haven't heard of this, so I'm going to try and just go over quickly about what's been going on here. So, obviously, February 8th, the report was out that Century 3 was condemned, and at that point, many people thought that that was about it for the mall. I actually thought, as many others, that this was that'd be permanently closed after this. But right after this, actually, February 11th, it was reported that the mall reopened, and that the owners were given permission to borrow $5 million for repairs. And this is what kind of strikes me as confusing, because the mall really was never reopened. I'm looking at CBS News right now in Pittsburgh, and they say that the mall is reopened. I don't know if they're just wrong on their part, but obviously that's what was told to the news reporters. But obviously, I actually went there a few days ago, and obviously, just this weekend, it was reported that the Century 3 would be closed for good after the mall told the rest of their stores to vacate, which pretty much said that was it for good. And obviously, you tie that up with what happened on the 11th. After everyone thought the mall was going to be closed for good, it was said that the mall reopened, and that the owners borrowed $5 million to repair the mall. And I don't know where that money went, if they ever even got that money, because obviously they're not repairing the mall now, and the mall is inevitably being closed for good. So I don't really know where they got this, and that kind of shows the inconsistency of Century 3 Mall's owners, because, you know, the mall will get condemned. They'll get this $5 million to fix the mall. The mall apparently reopens, because apparently they used that money already to fix the mall, and that the property was now safe all of a sudden. But obviously it wasn't, because the mall never reopened, and who knows if they ever got that money, or if they have it now and they're just not even going to use it, because right after this they just say, oh, we're done with the mall's being vacated. So really, really confusing. And obviously these owners haven't even given any information to any news sources on what's going on with the mall. And this was the same day, or the day after, that the mall quote unquote reopened. February 12th, apparently the mall appeared to be sold. Apparently on their site it said that the mall was sold, and pretty much every news source in Pittsburgh said that the mall had been sold, but apparently it hadn't, because apparently I guess the owners of the mall actually said that the mall had not been sold, which is really confusing, and that kind of is just another thing that shows the kind of mysteriousness of the owners, and really not taking pride in trying to keeping this mall alive. Obviously at this point there's no reason to, which kind of obviously it makes no sense why they would try to reopen the mall. That's what, when I saw this, I was kind of dumbstruck. I saw they were going to get $5 million to repair the mall. At that point, that was just the mall saying that's it. The mall has barely over 10 stores left, and now it's condemned. Why bother trying to, while the owners are, well, I believe they're already bankrupt, now they're borrowing money to try and fix it, a whopping $5 million for repairs on a mall that's on its way in the grave anyway. So yeah, very, very confusing. And just to go and say that the mall is done for. So it's been a really weird 2 weeks, but now it's official. The remaining tenants are on their way out, except for JCPenney and Dick's. Dick's, I believe that will maybe stick around for a little while because it is, I guess, a destination for the immediate area. But JCPenney, with JCPenney at the nearby South Hills Village, honestly, if the next rounds of closures and the state of JCPenney is in, that will be on its way out too, most likely. So that's all. I just want to clear up just some things up and just kind of give some people a broad sight on the really crazy 2 weeks that the mall's been going through, and the certainly crazy owners that just can't make up their mind on what they're going to do with the place. So that's about it. I just wanted to give you guys just a little bit of an update, and that's all I got to say. See you guys.